Yup. Yuppity yup. Yeah. Yes. What do people do that got too famous in this world? What do they do? What are they gonna do now? They wanted the gold ring. Fuck the brass ring. They wanted the gold ring. And they paid the ultimate price for it. And they huffed the big volcano bubble. You know, the big balloon full of helium. And they flew so high. They flew too high. And their wings melted. And they came down. They came crashing down. And now what? Now what do they do? What do they do? They can't have what they had before because they prostituted themselves in a very specific way. And then there was a shift. A shift occurred. A big seismic shift happened. And they all got called out for their transgressions and their secrets. And whether or not it was true doesn't really matter because suspicion is now aimed at them. Wherever they go, people are suspicious. And so they lost that key cover, that mask, that protective shell. They lost it. And now there's really nothing. They can hide. You know, they got money and homes and cars and a staff of people. I mean, they can hide. They can. And a lot of them were already, you know, in lockdown. You know, house arrest, essentially. But now what? Now what? It doesn't matter if you've done the crimes that people accuse you of. Now it just doesn't matter. Because the world is suspicious of anyone that has juice, fame, some sort of insider knowledge. And they think they know. They think they know who you are. Doesn't matter if you're that person or not. Because your bubble's been popped. You were riding, you were sucking down the helium and you were riding high. And now the bubble's been popped, the shell's been pierced. And now all you got is some pedigree and some money. But your street cred's gone. And the word famous has become tarnished. People don't care if you're famous, really. I mean, they do. Some people, yeah, sure. But I think the people that have a coming to God moment, you gotta face it. You gotta face yourself, your shame, your guilt, how complicit are you? You can ignore the accusations, and I'm sure a lot of agents are saying, "Oh, just ignore stuff, ignore it. It'll go away. Just ignore it." And then when it doesn't go away, because the accusations were made by maybe somebody that was believable enough, that the ripples of the splash, the big whistle blow, that moment, it's like exponential waves are building. So it rocks your world. It rocks your world. You no longer are the rock star. Now you're the victim. Now you're scared. You're scared to walk the streets. You're scared what the people at large might do or say or think. That's pretty humbling. You had so much confidence at one time. You could go anywhere, do anything. But now something is different. It's different now. It's changed. It's all different rules. And there's a vacuum that's formed. You were filling the vacuum, but now there's a vacuum, a power vacuum. And other people will fill it. Other people. Self-assured people with confidence and something to say will fill the vacuum left by all these famous people that don't matter anymore. The reason why they were famous was because people idolized them. But if people don't idolize, maybe if people abhor them or are horrified by them or hate them, how do you sell tickets to the hate show? No. People don't want to buy tickets to the hate show. They vote with their ticket. It's all math. The proof is in whether or not the people are buying. Maybe they're not buying anymore. What then? Well, the advertisers go away. That's the first thing. And then the executives change their mind. And then the people that were, the flavor of the month, or the darlings of the industry, they're sent off to pasture. They're recycled for glue. It's pretty heartless. It's pretty sad. It's a cruel, cruel world. But there's no trial, because the trial's already happened. You've already been voted guilty. You've already been voted off the island. But you didn't get a trial of your peers. You're not innocent until proven guilty. No. You're guilty. You're canceled. You're over. People no longer want to give you their money. Because they no longer respect you. Now they're suspicious of you. Even if they don't, maybe the facts aren't all in, and maybe there hasn't been a true assessment, counter argument. And maybe that's what needs to happen. Maybe it's time for a counter argument. In order to mount some sort of counter offensive, you have to put together a lot of strength and confidence, and you got to circle the wagons now. You can't just be dismissive. Being dismissive is not going to work. Waiting for your phone to ring is not going to work. If you're dealt a mortal blow, you can either rally, suck it up and rally, or you can go whimper in the corner and die a quiet death. But those are the rules. That's what it's like to sit at the mighty table with the gods. Have the agents and the A-list treatment, B-list, or even C-list treatment. Or look at Kathy Griffin, the D-list treatment. She's been canceled. Her phone didn't ring for 6 years. She's been indicted. She didn't have a trial. Although she's had many trials, but she didn't have a trial to determine her guilt or innocence. How does it work? When the old world crumbles and a new world rises. How does it work?